Good evening, everyone. If you have a question, raise your hand so I can find you. I'll look down to Sam from the Telegraph from the UK to kick off.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
What were your thoughts on the game?
Well, really happy to win here against a team that has won the last 14 games in European competitions in a row. So they deserve a lot of credit to that because there is not many European teams that have done that. So we have come here game 15 and won it. We have talked about this in the last few days, and that was the challenge in different conditions, in different contexts, making a lot of changes, find a way to win, and we've done it.
Were you happy with the performance? Second half felt like a bit of a slog.
The second half, obviously, there are a lot of things to improve, and we know that. I'm not going to get too deep into that. I understand as well why this is happening, but I think the boys deserve credit as well for the way they tried, quality-wise, in terms of game dominance and how we want to play. Obviously, there are a lot of things to get better than what we've done today, but it's another win and move on. Now it's Leeds.
Kaya?
I just wanted to ask about Matt Turner and how his distribution has come on since he joined the club. Are you impressed with the strides he's making forward in terms of his ability to play out with the ball?
He's improving. He's getting better. Obviously, we are demanding things that are different to what other managers have demanding to do. He was much better in the first half, and in the second half, in my opinion, we could have some more control. But I think he was phenomenal in goal. The way he read the situation, especially defending the back of the central defenders when he need to control the space there. The way he set himself in the 1-against-1 situation that he had, he was really good.
If something were to happen to Aaron and he was needed to start a Premier League game, would you feel confident in throwing him into that sort of situation now?
Yes.
On there?
You really had to struggle for the victory today. What can you say about Bodø Glimt's performance? How tough were they to meet tonight?
Excuse me, sorry?
You had to struggle for the 3 points tonight. How tough were Bodø Glimt as an opponent?
Really tough. I said before we play at the Emirates that this is a really good team that is going to cause you problems, especially the moment you start to lose certain duels and allowed, especially the left back, to progress the play so easily and go through your press too easily. And once we haven't controlled that, we were in big trouble, and that was probably the difference between the first and the second half. Obviously, the conditions, the pitch is another element that you could see someday that it was too fast for us, but there is no excuse.
Neil?
Can I ask you contribution of two players, Bukayo Saka, who scored again today after his contribution, what his contribution tonight, and Martin Odegaard, did he ask to start and make such a contribution today and play 70 minutes?
No, well, verbally he didn't ask me to play the way he was preparing the last few days, for sure. He wanted to come here and play, and it's the contribution of everybody. I saw a lot of players. Reece, for example, he hasn't played for 3.5 months. The way he was trying and go with it. Every single player, the ones that they came from the bench, performing better or worse, attitude level, willingness to win, top.
Nick?
PSV next week, you'll go through, I think. I mean, as we said yesterday, we don't know which round yet, but how important is it to get at least that bit of a job done next week, and then maybe you'll get the chance to mix things up a bit more selection-wise? In Europe, when you have the opportunity to get there, take it, because a lot of things happen that is very unpredictable. So we will prepare the game next week, obviously after Leeds, and try to win it.
Yeah.
Mikel, I know you said before the game that the pitch wouldn't influence your decision, but how much did you agonise over playing people like Williams, Saliba and Martin, and kind of how relieved are you that you got through unscathed?
You are, but it's the squad that we have. We have 16 players available. So I have to play 11, and I don't want those 11 to play 90 minutes here because I know probably what is going to happen in the next day or two. If they get injured here, for sure we'll be talking that we should not risk a player or risk a player. At the end, they have to play.
Okay, one there.
On the paper, you had a better team on the pitch today than the last game. Did you have to dig deeper than you wanted to in this game to get the points?
Well, we knew that was going to be really complicated. Obviously, again, I repeat myself that it's 14 games that they won consecutively here. So I think we have to play at a different level today. But the team selection was as well because some other issues that we have with other players that they could not start today.
Okay, can we take a few questions for our game on Sunday against Leeds? Start with Nick or Sam? Yes, Sam, let's go. Yeah.
Mikel, if you win on Sunday, you will go 4 points clear before Man City play against Liverpool. What kind of psychological boost and how important do you think that could be?
Well, now, honestly, the chip is how we're going to prepare Leeds mentally, physically. It's going to be a battle. We know the way they play, how intense it's going to be, the crowd that they have, and it's going to be a challenge. So we have to be at our best again to win there.
Is this the time of the season now when the Thursday, Sunday diary starts catching up with you, do you think, and the physicality?
Well, it's going to be here, but I think after the World Cup, it's going to be even worse. So I think it's a good preparation for what is coming.
Dan?
You mentioned just now about the impact that playing tonight will have on the players who you would want to play on Sunday. What realistically, preparation-wise, can you do with some of the guys who've played 90 minutes tonight, like William Saliba, before Sunday?
Give them the idea, some video, get them active, recover them well, and that's it. No much. There is no time. We have to travel there, back to London, and travel back to Leeds. Not really. We have an activation, obviously, on Saturday, but really a training session, it's not possible.
Okay, Nick.
You mentioned the atmosphere at Elland Road. You know it very well. It's one of the hottest in the league. The crowd really get on you and get on their team. Do you think that you're better equipped as a team than you were a couple of years ago to stand up to that kind of atmosphere?
I think so, but last year it was incredible. Even when we were winning 3-0, that crowd is something that I've never seen before, and you can sense every time I'm watching them, and I watch some games already of them, and you can hear the noise. So you know how it's going to be.
And finally, sorry, Nick.
Leeds as well, they've had quite an upheaval, haven't they? Obviously, they had a manager there for quite a long time who you knew very well. Bielsa, they've changed a lot now, a different style under Jesse Marsch. Can you talk a bit about what you expect from them this season?
But again, I think Jesse, the teams that they played, it's very clear what he wants to do. Really intense team, really dynamic team, really good teams every time there are spaces to attack. It's some similarities. Obviously, every coach has his own book, but what Jesse's done, I think, over the time that he's been there is really impressive.
And finally, we'll go to Kaya.
Are you expecting Gabriel Jesus to be in contention to play after he missed the trip here?
I don't know. Obviously, he had some discomforts after the game against Liverpool, and that's why we decided not to bring him in today. So let's see how it's between tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay, guys.
Sorry?
Same question as Zinchenko as well.
I think so. With Alex, I don't know. He's not been in the pitch yet, so we have to be a little bit calm.
Thanks, guys. Safe journeys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.